With 2 days of regular season games remaining, the WNBA playoffs are drawing near. The first round will be hosted by the clubs ranked number 1 to 4. However, it's unclear where those teams end up in the rankings. A few pivotal games remain, including Tuesday's matchup between Minnesota and Connecticut. The Chicago Cubs and Atlanta Hawks, along with the Washington Mystics, will compete for the 8th and final postseason place on Tuesday. Though the Liberty would have to lose to a few teams, Washington and Atlanta, they should be able to manage. Even New York, which is presently atop the rankings, may fall. Many things remain to be determined. However, the Indiana Fever secured the 6th spot in the playoffs on Sunday thanks to yet another incredible effort by Caitlin Clark, who not only established a single-season scoring record for WNBA rookies, but also scored a career high. Here, we examine Clark and Indiana's most likely playoff opponent. WNBA playoff schedule. The 6th seed and the 3rd seed square off in the first round of the WNBA playoffs. All first-round matches are best-of-3 sets, with the higher-seeded team hosting the first 2 games at their location. If required, the lower-seeded team hosts the 3rd game. WNBA playoff schedule. The 6th seed and the 3rd seed square off in the first round of the WNBA playoffs. All first-round matches are best-of-3 sets, with the higher-seeded team hosting the first 2 games at their location. If required, the lower-seeded team hosts the 3rd game. A crucial warning. The number 3 seed is still up for grabs, so things might change based on what occurs on Tuesday and Thursday. Wild things might still happen since Minnesota, 29-9, Connecticut, 27-11, and Las Vegas, 25-13, are all separated in the standings by only 2 games. The Sun will host Minnesota and Chicago. However, let's say for the sake of argument that Connecticut and Indiana will face off in the first round. This season, how has Caitlin Clark performed against the Connecticut Sun? In their 4 meetings this year, Connecticut has a 3-1 advantage against the Sun. Clark's performance in each of those games is as follows. May 14th, Indiana 71, Connecticut 92, Clark's stat line, 3 assists, 2 steals, 10 turnovers, 20 points, 5 of 15 shooting, including 4 of 11 from 3. May 20th, Indiana 84, Connecticut 88, Clark's stat line, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks, 5 turnovers, 17 points, 5 of 11 shooting, including 3 of 7 from 3. June 10, Indiana 72, Connecticut 89. Clark's stats are as follows. 2 assists, 1 steal, 3 turnovers, 10 points, 3 of 8 shooting, including 2 of 5 from 3. August 28, Connecticut 80, Indiana 84. Clark's stats are as follows. 7 of 17 points, 7 of 12 from 3-point range, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and 7 turnovers. To note that the Olympics break occurred after Indiana's lone victory against Connecticut this season, which has greatly helped Clark and the Fever as a whole. With a 9-4 record, Indiana has been among the best teams since the WNBA started play in August. The only club they haven't defeated this season is Las Vegas. DiJonai Carrington versus Caitlin Clark. Like in the regular season, DiJonai Carrington of Connecticut, one of the league's top perimeter defenders, will probably protect Clark in the playoffs. Carrington is a 5'11" athlete with long arms, quick feet, and a love of physical play. Her brother played 8 seasons in the NFL, so she comes from a family of exceptional athletes. This season, she and Clark have grown something of a rivalry as a result of Carrington's constant complaints to officials over Clark's moaning about foul calls. Whatever the case, Carrington is obviously skilled at defending Clark, who is the overwhelming favorite. In 4 games against the Sun, the Rookie of the Year has shot only 39%, 20 of 51, on average, and 34%, 12 of 35 from 3. Additionally, while downplaying their specific matchup, Carrington clearly enjoys pressing the player she is defending into errors and hurried attempts. The Sun have the best defensive rating in the league, and they have a number of guys who can annoy Clark and the other guards for Indiana because of their large wingspans. DeWanna Bonner or Alyssa Thomas, two experienced players who enjoy making things difficult for opposing guards, will likely defend Clark if Carrington isn't available. In conclusion, Indiana has improved their performance during the Olympic break, particularly with the increased output from Kelsey Mitchell and Lexi Hull, the off guards. However, the Fever has a tough task ahead of them.